Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It is August the 2nd, 2024, and we are having just another beautiful day. It is not something I'm getting tired of saying. It is about 29 degrees right now. With the humidity, it feels like about 37. So yes, it is hot. I'll give you that. It's hot outside, but I'm blessed to have air conditioning in the house. And when I go out, it's gorgeous. And then we get some sun. I don't know if you can tell that I've got sun or not, but yeah, there is a little bit of a tan line working there. We are trying to get in heat-ready shape for being on a cruise ship at the end of the month. So hopefully it is going well. Now, one of the things you're tuning in for today probably is the mail and not the weather report. So yeah, there's a lot of mail that showed up this week. Super happy with what showed up. I mean, I'm happy every week that mail shows up because it's a surprise that I'm not expecting, whether it be in a Postcrossing one. There are 7 or 8 official Postcrossing ones this week that came in, one of which I can't show you because they asked on their card that they not be put on YouTube, so I'll respect that decision, but I will show you the other ones. And I do have some direct swaps that came in here, some surprises that showed up as well, and even some other information maybe to talk about near the end. So let's get into this. After you've liked, subscribed, leave positive comments, share with other people, put the notification bell on so you don't miss out on anything. And if you are a first-time watcher, or maybe you've not commented before, I would really love to hear from you. Maybe tell me where you were from, how you found my channel, and yeah, just say hi. It's great to hear from all sorts of people, and I'm always amazed at how far-reaching these videos go. So it pleases me to no end to hear from you. All right, let's get into the official mail that has shown up. The first one is this one here, The Great Outdoors, Camping Under the Stars, coming from the United States. This comes from Diana, and she said she picked up this postcard when she was visiting the Adirondacks in New York. She actually she went to view the eclipse, and she lives in Connecticut. So thank you so much for this. It's just it's cool that my father collects stamps, and now that I do. So yeah, I'm very pleased to be able to take on the mantle of my father's stamp collection. I recently put out a video this week, kind of a new video series about my father's stamps. We're going to be looking at different countries and the stamps that he has in those countries. And this week I featured France. The same day my parents and my sister were over for lunch, so I got a chance to show him that French album. Unfortunately, he doesn't remember collecting the stamps, so it's almost like he's seeing them again for the first time, which it's a sad disease to have, but the flip side of it is that he gets to experience those stamps again for the first time, which there's something a little bit joyous about that. So let's put it at that. All right, Diana also sent these stamps. She said some of her favorite Star Wars stamps, so I really appreciate that very much. All right, the next card also coming from the United States. And you know, when I first saw this card, I thought, okay, that's interesting. And I didn't realize for a minute that it was actually a Lego card. You can see this is a Lego fish pond with some goldfish there and the lily pads. These are all made with Lego bricks. And this comes all the way, which I say that in jest, from Portland, Maine. So my next door neighbor to New Brunswick is Maine, and Portland, we used to go there all the time for shopping when the dollar was better and the deals and the stores were there. And vice versa. She said she's been to St. John and to Hopewell Rocks, and she loves coming to New Brunswick. And she also is enjoying a hot, beautiful summer there, of course, because we're having very similar weather patterns. And she likes to be by the water as much as possible. So this comes from Amanda. And there are the stamps that she chose for this Lego card. So thank you so much, Amanda. The next card comes, it says, greetings from Milwaukee. So this comes from Wisconsin, and this comes from Jenny. And she says she thinks it's cool that I have a hedgehog, and she has a dog for a pet. And it says, best wishes to my family. This one came with those, and it says postage due 19 cents. Now, I didn't have to pay that, but somewhere in the postal system, they thought that it required a little bit more money. So I don't know if anybody paid it or if they just kept sending it on. So thank you, Jenny, for the card. The next card comes from Germany. We have a nice art card. This comes from Carmen, and he says, he or she says, I'm 8 years old, but in August I'll be 9. So this month, They will be 9, so happy birthday to them. He lives in North Germany and have holidays now and loves it. So there are the cute stamps and the nice sticker that's on there. So thank you, Carmen, for this. And hope you have a great birthday. And thank you to your parents for introducing you to Postcrossing so you get a chance to see the world and experience different places at an early age. And at the same point, send off your experiences too, which is uniquely fascinating to have cards come from someone so young. So thank you, Carmen. The next one, also from Germany, came in an envelope. And so we have these cute, I hadn't seen this stamp before, so that was really nice. I also hadn't seen this stamp before. So it was kind of nice to have a variety of stamps. Inside, we have this really cool Star Wars card with some amazing ships in the background and all sorts of the characters. And she says, I know Postcrossing is about sending cards, but I've decided to send you an envelope because your dad is a big stamp collector. My dad used to collect stamps as well. He lives with us and is suffering from frontal temporal dementia. He can't speak anymore. My son, Andre, who's 24, and my daughter, Shannon, who's 13, are doing a great job taking care of him. My son loves Star Wars as well, and he will travel to excuse me, Corner C this year with his girlfriend, and that's where there was a location for the Star Wars. So, Annika, first of all, thank you for the stamps. I appreciate that. Second of all, it is a lot to deal with when your parents have dementia, so I can relate with that. And for him not to be able to speak anymore will make it even more trying. And I appreciate that your family, your children are stepping up and are helping because they know that their grandfather is there, your father is there, and he will appreciate the love and kindness that you show them. Now, the stamps that are in here, I will save for another day and I'll show those, but I do really appreciate you going out of your way to help out and send something. Excuse me. So that's why you can tell that it's real. I haven't cut this out. This week, I've been a touch under the weather. So I've had good days and bad days. Mostly, I feel better when I'm outside in the sun and in fresh air. I think the house is quite dry with the heat. So I've actually turned the humidifier on last night. We've got the air conditioning going, and I've been doing some laundry to clean up some of the dust that's around here. But I think that's probably what's been doing it. It's kind of pulled me down. So what I have been doing is I have been getting videos out to you regardless, but I took Tuesday off from putting out a video just to kind of recuperate. And I find that, yeah, I need to get more fresh air in here, open some windows and things. We don't want to open too many windows when it's super hot like that because then all the hot air comes in, but you work around it. All right, get back on topic, Rob. All right, this next one is Holy Trinity Church. This comes from Great Britain. It comes from Jess. She says she's writing from the UK, and this is only their 5th postcard. So I'm building my collection. I've never heard of a pet hedgehog. Well, it's a pet African hedgehog to be exact. So if you're in England and you see hedgehogs running around, it's not one of those hedgehogs. He's a little guy. You can see him at the end of the video. And he does make an appearance in some of the other videos, especially on the live feeds. He shows up from time to time. So she says, I imagine he is cute and very sweet, but could be a little prickly. Yeah. So, and as they say in Star Wars, may the Force be with you. So thank you. There are the stamps. And happy Postcrossing. I'm glad that this is starting off and you're enjoying the hobby. Okay, the last official one I have comes in an envelope. And check out these stamps. San Marino. And there are some Braveheart ones. At first I thought maybe these are stickers. And I'm still kind of thinking that they are because there's no value on it. It does say San Marino on it. Well, Cinema 250. Somebody tell me, what is this? Is it washi tape? It kind of, but it does look like a stamped washi tape in the form of films. One of you collectors. And then this San Marino one actually has something to do with Canada. And when it was in Hamilton, it looks like it was when FIFA was here in 2003. So there's a nice connection. All right. So now that you know that it's San Marino, we open it up and we find this Beatles card in it. And this comes from Lamberto, and Lamberto's in Italy. And he says, Hello from Italy, but I love sending mail from the small country of San Marino. Their stamps are unusual. So, are their stamps unusual? They're really cool, though. And I know Snail Mail with Smokey, he's a collector of San Marino, small nations, so I'm not sure. You might have the answer, Smokey, whether or not this is a real set of stamps or if this is just a sticker and these are the stamps. I'm not sure. All right. Oh, speaking of Smokey, Snail Mail with Smokey is his YouTube channel. You got to go check him out. Make sure you like and subscribe to him. Every month we do a video series called Stamp versus Stamp, and we are in the works now to get out a new episode to you, hopefully early next week. That is the plan. We are working hard to try to come up with it. We've got the concept. We've got what we need to do in front of us. It's just now a matter of doing it and putting the video together so you guys can see it next week. So stay tuned for that. All right, let's get into the friend mail and surprises that showed up this week. Do you like a tea party? How about a tea party in giant teacups floating around? This is a little bit fantastical. This comes from Katja in Sweden. And this was written on July 22nd, which was her son's 13th birthday. So she has a teenager in the house. Good luck. It's crazy how time flies. Yes, it certainly is. And they said they were going off to Sweden with family. They're going off, I mean, they're in Sweden. They're going off to, southern Sweden with family. And there are the stamps, and they didn't get canceled. I really like this one. I mean, it's nice, this moose one in the triangle, that's cool. But the car loading up, going for a trip, very appropriate for what Katya said. So thank you so much for that. Let's put that over here. The next card comes from Basil in India. So we have this. He didn't really write anything on the back, but he's known for the stamps and the cancellations. So there are the stamps and the cancellations for it, for, what is it? International Asteroid Day. Thank you, Basil. You might say get some water. That's probably a good idea, but I'm going to keep forging on and show you what else I've got. This next card, I've been waiting for it for a little while. Joseph reached out to me and said, I've sent you a card. I've gotten it, and I've got a couple of these messages, and I hadn't received it. Well, it's finally arrived. We have a U.S. Postal Service worker right here delivering the mail as a rural mail carrier. It looks kind of what I do. I don't have rabbits waiting for me usually. But he says, trying again to postcard to you. I ordered the card especially for you. So he's tried more than once to send this. I appreciate the effort that it's taken to get. So the 13th of July it was sent. I am not sure why it's taking so long. There's the forever stamp, by the way. For mail to get between Canada and the United States. I am getting mail from Europe in 8 days, and I'm getting messages and mail from the United States in 3 to 4 weeks. It doesn't make any sense. We're neighbors. Our mail should be flowing quickly. Somebody get on that, fix it. All right, my next card comes from Olia in Poland. She and her husband were on a trip, and she sent me something from there. If you know Olia, she loves to climb, so I see these things, I can think of her climbing them up, and her husband taking the pictures. There are the stamps and the decoration. She's known for her decorations and her beautiful writing. So thank you, Olia, for that. She wasn't done though. She did send an envelope. Here's how it's decorated. Washi tape on the back. And let's see what we can do inside here. There is a card. There's a bunch of things in here, so I'm going to show some of them in another video, but I wanted to show the card. Doesn't this look like a great place to sit down and either read or post-cross, do something or other? Could be Harry Potter's library. There's an owl in the background. There's a response on this card, though. I know that's why I had to hold it off. Tomorrow is the first Saturday in August. I do live feeds every Saturday at 12 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time. And I ask a question of you guys, and I give you 1 month to respond. And on the first Saturday of every month, I read off those responses and give you a new question. Well, This card is her response to that question, so I'll save that for tomorrow. But she did send these blank postcards. Isn't that cute? Nice hedgehog. And another nice hedgehog. This one might be great for Halloween. And a unicorn card for the unicorn gang. So those are all blank. I can send those off into the world again, which I will. And she sent some cupcake stickers. And she sent some Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse stickers. And some beautiful washi tape. And an envelope with some stamps in it. So I will show you those stamps when I show you the other stamps that get sent from Germany. And I will read off this card tomorrow with the other answers. So I'll set that aside. All right, moving along. Whether it kills me or not. Have you ever heard of, excuse me, the Gay Dolphin Gift Shop in Myrtle Beach? I have not. But then again, I've not been to Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is in South Carolina in the United States. And this says, hello from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. This gift shop has been dubbed the only place to buy postcards at the beach. From Hannah. So Hannah is Queen Kawaii Cat on Instagram. And she sent me some postcards. And there are some turtles. And a stamp, all sorts of stamps there. So thank you for that. And for introducing me to the Gay Dolphin Gift Shop. Nice happy dolphins. All right. The next card comes from Zach in Illinois. And this is the Lincoln Park Zoo for Wildlife for All. And it's a free zoo, he says. Fun fact, it's the 4th oldest zoo in America. And it's one of the last free zoos. He went out here with his girlfriend. And what a great place to go for a date. I did do a zoo video here not too long ago in Moncton, but they are not free, so take advantage of it as much as you can. All right, the next series of cards, and I say that because there are more than one coming from this person. This card says, we are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Yep, all of us, I think, are in the gutter. Some of our minds are more gutteresque than others. But this comes from Erin in Colorado, and she says, I hope you're having a magical week. I was, other than a little sickness feeling I had. And they're coping with heat there as well. Look at the beautiful horse stamps in the school bus. And she's got it all nicely decorated. Thank you, Erin. But Erin wasn't done. She sent this one with all these delicious pastries. She said, which one of these delicious delicacies would you choose? I'd go for the baklava. Now, baklava is always good. I love baklava. Oh, and she's got mariachi bands and donuts on the back. And the profiterole would be one of my favorites that are there. Although I have eaten a lot of these and enjoy quite a few of them. I mean, croissants quite regularly. Cannolis, I love good cannoli. Yeah. There's lots of delicious treats there. I enjoy them all, though. Macarons, everything. You think she's done? Nope, she's not done. This card showed up. This is beautiful. Can you imagine going to hear music in the surroundings like this with the animals? Or maybe she's just out practicing where she can just hear her music flow through the air to the birds. And she says, it's finally cooling off. This was on July 25th, but she's happy to report. So a bit of a break. You can see how she has done her washi tape, which pleased me to no end to see that. And I really like the swings. We used to have a place called Crystal Palace here, which was an indoor amusement park, and they had swings like that. The swings are now located at Magic Mountain, which is an outdoor amusement park, so you can only use them in the wintertime. So yeah, so lots of cool stamps. Love the washi tape. Great card. Thank you, Erin. All right. Erin wasn't done. The next one showed up in an envelope form. More cool stamps. Inside, there was a folded piece of paper and a letter. I'm going to show you the card. There's the card. And it's of Boulder Creek. I said, I've sent you lots of postcards from Denver. So how about a postcard from Denver in 1908? Ta-da! I guess back then no house number or street name were needed. Just Mr. Jerry Bradshaw, right here, Mr. Jerry Bradshaw, Goodland, Kansas, and then Sherman County. I wonder what Peach and Marie, those are the people that sent it down here, would think if they could know that their note to Grandma would be mailed again 100 years later. So that's what's amazing about postcards for those of you who are collectors of it. And I know if you go to stamp shows or antique shops, you're going to find antique postcards too. Some of them for the stamps, but others for the history that goes along with these. That this card was written over 100 years ago. Still to this day, this was postmarked Denver, Colorado, November 5th, 1908. Still exists today, and now I've got it in my collection a long way away from Denver, Colorado. Thank you, Aaron, for that bit of history and passing it along. It's always interesting to see those things. One of the things you have to be good, though, is at reading cursive and at reading faded cursive that's been postmarked over top of to get the full message. Sometimes not easy. All right, the next card I have comes from Sophia in Montreal. She's been doing a nice little family trip all over the place, and she got to go to a Postcrossing meetup while she was away, and I got to see a few new states that she hadn't seen when she was going on her way to Manitoba. She came back through the States, I guess, so she's been traveling, and there are the stamps. That's why you've got a Canadian Postcrossing meetup, but with American stamps. She mailed it while she was in the US. Thank you, Sophia. The next card comes from Anita in Austria. Hello, summer. Oh, popsicles are a great way to say summer, and she's got ice cream cones there. If you're following Anita on Instagram, she puts out amazing desserts that she's been having. Yeah, I'm always going to the stories now to check. For a while, I was missing them. If you're in the feed with someone on Instagram, and either you don't message them regularly, sometimes their messages get put way down at the bottom and it's hard to find them. But if you can click on someone's messages regularly, they'll always show up near the top. That's a little trick for that, for doing it there. Here are the stamps that Anita's put on there. And she says, you need a lot more ice cream to bear the heat. So they're having heat in Austria as well. And I agree. I've been actually having quite a bit more ice cream. I've been trying to cut it down, and I've been putting it more in ice cream cones when I'm at home because I want to limit the amount of ice cream that I'm taking in. I'm getting ready, as I keep saying, for this trip. And when we get there, it's going to be unlimited food. I don't want to be a glutton, but I also don't want to miss out on the chance of enjoying some delicious food while I'm away. So I'm trying to be better now. All right. Speaking of Postcrossing meetups, this one showed up, and it is from Kathy in Ontario, and it is the exact same meetup that Sophia was at. So they were at the same one, and I wonder if they knew each other and that they were there together. One of the things that was interesting about that meetup, the person that designed this card goes by the name of Sugar Booger. Yep, that's what they go by. But she designed a really cool card. And if she designed both of them, not that one, that one. It's really cool. So thank you, Kathy, for sending that. And there's the king. And did you get a chance? Kathy, did you meet Sophia while you were there or vice versa? I forgot to ask when I messaged back and forth. But if you did, well, there you go. All right. The next card comes from New York. It comes from Chris. We have a bit of an art card. Let's get it right way up. There we go. It's a mailbox. And says he's continuing to enjoy my channel, which I really appreciate. And he said this postcard was created by the U.S. Postal Service and sold with a set of stamps commemorating Emilio Sanchez. Panes of 20 were sold and still available on the USPS site. And then there are the stamps with the matching stamp. So it is a maxi card, even though the stamp isn't on the same side as this. But yeah. And he also said he added a USA pre-sorted standard stamp, which you need a permit to be used, mainly used by businesses. So, all right, I didn't know that. There you go. Thank you, Chris. All right, the next one. All right. I'm saying that word a lot, aren't I? It's a long video. This next envelope comes from Media in Finland. There. And in it, we have this one with the cute animals. Some choices there to check off. It says, I sent you an envelope from Turku. Hope you got it. Well, maybe. And this tall ship. This one here, a fairy doing a little strawberry picking. Wild strawberries by the looks of it. So she is enjoying her vacation. This one is a pre-vacation, but now she is officially on it. She wasn't done though. She sent this envelope. That's a really nice stamp. And in it were these ones from Turku. There to see the tall ships. And this bunny enjoying a little bit of rain. On these hot days, when it rains, it kind of feels nice. So yesterday we had a brief amount of rain in the afternoon and a little bit in the morning. I actually got a little wet when I was delivering the mail, but didn't mind. I didn't get soaked. And it did feel nice cooling things off a little bit. All right, so the next thing, do we want to show the next one? I got this envelope, and this one comes from Wendy here in town, and she sent me a whole bunch of new postcards. So I think I'm gonna hold off and show you those postcards next week in a video, maybe with those stamps, who knows, we'll see. And finally, I got this envelope, and it came from Australia. And I thought, oh, that's nice. Stephen in Australia sent me an envelope. And then I looked on the back and there was an address and it wasn't Stephen's. So it had me intrigued. So we have this letter to that dad guy, a little smiley face. It looks like something from Hogwarts has arrived. I thought, okay, finally, I've been admitted into Hogwarts and off I shall go. But that was not the case. It says, hey there, I've recently found your channel and I'm loving it. And I'm from rural Victoria in Australia. I thought I'd send you a little care package of random stuff. I'm new to Postcrossing and I'm loving it. Enclosed are some tourist cards, some more cards I made featuring games and music I like. Hope you enjoy the extra stamps too. All the best, Christian. Please keep up the great work. So in it, we have some Australian animals stickers. There are some stamps in here, and I will save that for stamp day. But he's got these postcards, and they're all blank, so I can send them back off into the world. This one here, I actually have some of these. If he is a gamer, this is a guy at work who's also a gamer, and he gave me some postcards of that, so thank you. These are certainly going to go off well with a lot of different people. Here's a Dungeons and Dragons postcard. I have some of these, or I've had them. I'm not sure if I have any of this particular one left anymore. And then we have a long flag of Australia, who are doing fantastically well in the Olympics, and of course are dominating in the pool once again, as they're very strong swimmers. So thank you so much, Christian, for all of this. And I will show those stamps with the other ones. We will put that aside. I like getting surprises. It doesn't have to be gifts, but I like hearing from people to say that they've been watching my channel, like I said at the intro of this. All right, the last thing we have to do that we do every week, thanks to Stephen in Australia, is do our Limerick of the week. This is the card that he wrote it on. And it's the fairy tale limericks continue. So it says, though the evidence is rather hazy, it appears Sleeping Beauty's just lazy. She once kissed the prince, but there have been no frogs since, which drives all the matchmakers crazy. And then we have this sticker. I'll get it right side up for you. And he said, Borobi was the mascot for the 2018 Commonwealth Games, which were held on the Gold Coast. Borobi is the word for koala in the local Aboriginal language. Green and gold are the national colors of Australia. They come from the national flowers, the golden wattle. Yeah, I didn't know that. There you go. I know national colors, but I didn't know what the flower. So thank you, Stephen, for keeping us entertained with your limericks and keeping in contact. That is everything that has arrived this week. Quite a bit. I probably should get something to drink for this cough and ease it a bit, but when I continue to talk, you're going to continue to get irritated. So for that being said, let's talk quickly about what's coming up. So tomorrow, we've touched on tomorrow is the first Saturday in August, so I will be reading off all the responses to my question, what's your favorite smell and why? I had quite a few of them come in, which I'm very pleased about. I'll also come up with a new question for you for the month of August, so you can have something to send in for the first Saturday in September-ish. And I say ish because the first Saturday in September, I am not going to be here. So it probably will not happen then because I won't take the mail with me. So it might be the second Saturday in September just because of that. So it gives you an extra week at least to get a card to me with the answer. That being said, tomorrow, the live stream is at 12 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time. So if you want to be a part of it and be a part of the community and ask your questions and hear the responses, you can tune in then. If you want to be part of the replay crew, you can do that as well and watch it after the fact. If it doesn't fit your schedule, I understand. It is a long weekend here in New Brunswick. Monday is New Brunswick Day. So no mail to deliver, but it just means I've got other videos that will be coming out. And things to work on. Sunday I have lots of postcards I still have to write because my postcards have been getting to their locations for official postcrossing. So I think I have maybe 10 that I can write on Sunday. So we'll do that and do a little decorating. And then the last piece of news is that there is a big stamp show that travels around Canada. It's in a different location every year, and it is in New Brunswick this year at the end of September. And I've been reached out to come and film at it. So now I can officially say I will be going to the Royal. There's been a few boxes that have been checked off. And so I'm going to be there. I'm going to be talking about it over the next couple months as we lead up to it. And we'll get out more information to it. And if you happen to be coming to Canada in the end of August and you want to go to a stamp show, make sure you come to Fredericton, New Brunswick, and I will give you the exact dates. I'll give you the location where it's going to be at. As I get more information about people that may be attending or registration process, I will get that out to you as well. I'm excited to have been invited to come and film and interview. So I'm not sure what the video will look like yet, but I've added 2 days to my schedule to be there to do work on it. So we're going to talk about it over the coming couple weeks, couple months, until it is time to go. So be prepared to hear about more stamp show activities here in New Brunswick. The Royal is coming to New Brunswick. All right, on that bombshell, on that note, I shouldn't say that bombshell. I'm not part of Top Gear. That was a Jeremy Clarkson ending to his show. My ending is have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?